Hey, how's it going, guys? I decided to go ahead and throw up this review slash thoughts, whatever you would call it. I happened to go ahead and just drop by and pick up Batman White Knight off my pull list. I had to take care of some other things, but it was interesting because I got there and I really wanted the Neo Joker um, variant cover, but I didn't request it, so I knew I was going to get the A cover. Fortunately, I got there and there was, I think, one copy left. Um, or it was two. Some other guy grabbed one. I was showing him that there's variant covers. So he got one, I got one. That was it. They had sold out the variant covers, so I just swapped it with what was in my pull list. But this is, there's a lot of moving parts. This comic moves at a breakneck pace, even though it's 32 pages. You get those comics where there's a lot of things going on. It's not cluttered, but it doesn't waste any time. Each page is important. Sometimes you'll have those comics where there's one page with just a huge image on it, and you're like, this takes way too much real estate. This could have been a quarter of the page, and it would have been just as effective. It doesn't do that, and I gotta say, they do a good job of, I'm not saying making Batman look like the bad guy, but they do a good job of proving Jack Napier's argument in this comic with how Gotham is ruled by a whole bunch of supervillains, and Batman, he's not able to be everywhere at once. And even though he works alongside with Commissioner Gordon, the GCPD, there's a lot of collateral damage. A lot of people lose their homes. There's people profiting off of that, the top 1%. There's a lot of corruption. I mean, Commissioner Gordon is a good cop. Bullock in this version of the comic is a good cop, even though he's rough around the edges. You have Renee Montoya, who's a good cop, but that's like 3 or 4 decent cops. There's probably some other cops within GCPD, but they're very small considered with the whole police department. So there's a whole lot of crooked cops that aren't there protecting other people and other neighborhoods or taking kickbacks and stuff like that. And he has a pretty good argument. There's something called the GTO, which is pretty much taking the Gotham Construction Fund and going ahead and put it in a way where they can outfit the police with Batmobiles and all the different tech that Bruce Wayne / Batman has, so that they can protect each other and that they don't get wrapped up in situations where cops are just, they can't deal with the Mr. Freeze. They're not outfitted with the tech to handle that. They don't have the special Kevlar bodysuit vests that Batman has, because they don't get the funding for that. So he talks to Commissioner Gordon. Gordon, he hates to admit it, but he's like, you're right. This would help out a lot. And he's like, I can't get over the fact that you're joking. I can't stand it, but Batman's not making things worse. There's even a peaceful protest, and Batman jumps in and starts trying to take everybody out. And Nightwing and Barbara are just like, dude, what are you doing, man? Just cut it out. So this is neat, and you have the Neo Joker, her plans. There's something that's revealed at the end that I don't want to spoil. Once again, Sean Gordon Murphy's art is amazing. There's a lot of different splash pages in here, a huge 2-page spread, but the way it's done, there's a lot to look at. I love Sean Gordon Murphy's art. I always get excited when a new copy of Batman White Knight comes out. Hopefully it gets a volume 2. I don't know how this is going to wrap up, but it would be a neat, even if it doesn't get a volume 2, maybe a spin-off or another series that picks up after this, depending how it ends. Yeah, I don't know. I really am rooting for Jack Napier. Hopefully there's some resolution where I think the ending is going to be paramount. The ending could be something where this could be an awesome series, or the ending could just ruin it. I'm really rooting for this comic, and hopefully that the ending ties everything up. My personal opinion, it would be neat if Jack Napier and Batman work together, and it's kind of this Harvey Dent thing where I think it was in the Long Halloween and also in the Dark Knight film, where Commissioner Gordon, Harvey Dent, and Batman work together to protect Gotham. that would be neat if you had a story like that, and let's say this wraps up and they actually come to agreement and there's a sequel where you have the Neo Joker and she has her own rogues gallery, trying to take down Gotham, and it takes all three of them along with Barbara Gordon, Batgirl, and Nightwing to work together. That would be really cool, but that's just me speculating. That's just me being a fan, saying what I would enjoy. But yeah, if you haven't gotten this yet, if you have not checked this out, hey, get it digitally or whatever. If it's on your pull list, you're definitely going to enjoy it. I've actually had to cut down on collecting certain comics, but these miniseries like this and Mr. Miracle and a couple other comics I'm going to stick with. But this has been a fun ride, and we're only halfway through. So we'll see how it goes towards the end of the comic. But yeah, I'll see y'all in the next discussion / video / podcast, whatever you want to call this. Take care.